Hello everybody, welcome to the Tube. So much going on. Here's our lineup. What will be the headlines from Google's annual conference? Why does Twitter need to buy the leading newsreader app? Will iOS and Android users fall for Microsoft's digital assistant? What does Ford mean with its car-sharing experiment GoDrive? And which camera maker wants you to buy one for your dog? We'll answer all that. Hit play. It's a beautiful day and the hills are alive with the sound of Twitter. The troubled social network has reportedly engaged in talks to purchase Flipboard, an acquisition that would price the newsreader app company at over $1 billion. Flipboard has around 100 million users on mobile devices, and its neatly designed news aggregator interface might help Twitter with its efforts to break the stagnation it finds itself in, facing increasing pressure from Wall Street to innovate its products. Meanwhile, Flipboard is also having some problems, with user numbers leveling off and ad sales at an experimental phase. Both companies declined commenting on the Recode report, but it sounds like a match made in media heaven, so it's a kiss, kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Cortana, Microsoft's better-than-Siri digital assistant, is stepping outside the bounds of Windows and will become available on iOS and Android, with most features remaining intact, according to Cortana developers. However, on Apple and Android, you won't be able to activate the app by saying, "Hey Cortana," which really does take the most fun part out of the whole thing. Still, if you feel so inclined, you can now grab your iPhone, download the app, direct your questions to Cortana instead of Siri, and make the phone's native assistant very, very jealous. It's a cat fight, it's a meow.
One of the things we're doing that's new in Windows 10 is enabling you to have the world's only personal digital assistant in Cortana. And we're building Cortana right into your Windows 10 PC as we've built Cortana right into Windows phones. You can talk to Cortana to ask her a question. You can do searches and queries and find your stuff. You can even do things like ask Cortana to give you a reminder at a particular time or at a particular place. And that capability gets a lot better when Cortana can exist on whatever phone you have. We're also going to enable all Windows 10 PC users to take the intelligence of that Cortana assistant with them onto not just their Windows phone, but also an iPhone or an Android phone as an app you can install on one of those devices. On your Android phone, Cortana appears as an app, which you can launch and make the same queries, ask the same questions.
Wow, Mr. Cortana got a tan before going in front of the camera. Good for him. Google's big day is upon us. The Google I/O conference, with I/O standing for Innovation in the Open, is coming on Thursday, where 6,000 curious developers and journalists are expected to devour the tech giant's announcements regarding its future products. All or most of Google's many tentacles are expected to make an appearance, from more mundane and omnipresent services such as Chrome and YouTube, and up to more ambitious projects such as Android Wear, smart home technology, and much more. Rumors as to the big announcements are flying. Developers are so excited they're making their own promos to the event, and to get really ready, we are joined by tech journalist Denis Wichewski. Good evening.
Hi.
Hi. Let's talk about the rumors. What should we expect and what might surprise us?
As for surprises, I don't think we have much to be surprised about with Google. But we are expected to see new Android M, still no real official name. We're expected to see new Android Wear devices, new watches, hopefully the new Motorola, the sequel to the Moto 360. We're expected to see maybe some stuff about the home, because Chromecast has been a huge success for Google, the small dongle that connects to your TV. And now they have an audio solution, but it's still first generation, and we might see a more robust solution for home automation and for home music streaming. Also, there is the car, And I'm not talking about the Google autonomous car. I'm talking about each and every car. Google has been launching Android for cars right now. Hyundai Sonata in the United States right now is beginning to be outfitted with it. And it's basically an extension for your Android phone that takes over when you connect your phone to the car. Plus, Google has announced quite recently a mobile network in the States, and we will probably hear some more about that.
You know, do you think Google is on track to make Android the OS of everything? Is that why they're putting so much effort in Android Wear, or as you mentioned, Android Auto?
Yes. They want it to be everywhere. They want it to be ubiquitous. They want it to connect with everything, with every single device you have. They want it to be connected to the Chrome OS and Chrome products. It's basically one huge octopus with many, many tentacles that is going to be everywhere, same as Apple. Apple wants its iOS to be everywhere, and it's going to be a huge battle of two ecosystems for every piece of our digital existence.
Yeah, but can Google compete with Apple's sleek in-house products? You know, if the smartwatch, Dennis, is a test case, it doesn't look like they can stand a real chance, do they?
What? I'm not seeing what you're seeing, because I see that Google iterating quite fast on the watch. Apple's watch is an early success, but it's still a very, very semi-baked ecosystem. It still doesn't have apps. It's not extremely robust. It's, well, quite slow, usually. And Android is competing quite well. I mean, it doesn't sell its own devices. It lets others sell watches. But the first generation, it wasn't awesome, but it was a nice success. It was a nice beginning. And it seems like companies such as Samsung, such as LG, are committed to the system, committed to the platform. And I'm not going to be quick to judge Android Wear's chances in this battle. I mean, Apple hasn't won yet.
Okay, I will believe you on that one. You know, Google is growing in so many different directions. Is this conference a way to understand where their main focus is?
Their main focus is on making money, and they make money through search. They want you to search via Google. They want Google search to be in front of you whenever you go, wherever you go, and that's their focus. Everything else is secondary and tertiary, and everything else is a means to an end. So if you're not making enough searches from your home, they will go into home automation. If you're not making enough searches from your wrist, they will make Android Wear more robust. If you're not making enough searches from your colleague, you will.
Okay, well, I search your name everywhere I go, so that's some money for Google. Thank you very much, Dennis.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay, moving on to some tech action on wheels. Ford, the veteran automobile giant, is entering a new field with an emerging car-sharing service currently entering a beta phase in London. GoDrive will feature a fleet of Ford Fiestas and Focus Electrics with 50 cars for now, spread out in several locations in the British capital. The service, which will be tested by 2,000 people, will allow users to take cars around town with fees being charged by the minute and with a parking spot at the destination guaranteed. Certainly a company so deeply rooted in the history of the automobile industry to put forth a car-sharing service is a sign of increasingly changing attitudes toward owning a car, at least in an urban environment. Check it out.
GoDrive is an experiment to help us understand how car sharing can complement other modes of transport and give people more choices for getting around cities.
We've been working with Ford to get a better understanding of Londoners' needs. What we've understood is flexibility and convenience is key.
Ford is now in the beta testing phase, inviting around 2,000 people to test the project on the streets of London. They can make one-way journeys, book the car up until 15 minutes before travelling, and are not pinned down to a return time.
What appealed to me at GoDrive, that it's very easy to use on the app and to book cars and things like that. And also it's quite close to my workplace and that I'm able to do one-way journeys with GoDrive.
The vehicles are placed near major transport hubs across the centre, places like Victoria and London Bridge, and users always...
Yep, looks super cool. More and more Disney characters look less like anthropomorphic animals and are reflecting the life experiences and fantasies of children growing up with technology. But when it comes to Disneyland, how do you put an entertainer in a Wall-E suit? Or how do you present brands like Pixar's Cars? Disney's answer is robots. The animatronic dinosaur on screen now, named Lucky, has been on the loose in Disney locals worldwide since 2008, and he became a beloved attraction and inspired Disney's research labs. Now, other characters are regarded as works in progress. The biggest challenge, tech-wise, is to robotize the extricated walking motions that animated characters flaunt so that their real-life replicas actually move precisely like their movie sources. Well, it looks like Disney Labs have cracked it. Run for your lives. We're doomed. Attention, dog lovers, not satisfied merely to project your narcissism on your animal? Well, now you can actually use technology to go into your puppy's mind. Not really, you still can't do that. What you can do, though, is to use Nikon's new camera, the Heartography, which comes along with a heartbeat sensor. Just strap a couple of them on your dog, and it will snap photos of whatever the dog looks at when he gets excited. Nikon did not reveal whether it plans to release this prototype as a product, but it seems like there might be a market out there if it does, because humanity, well, is pathetic, and you know you want to open an Instagram account for your dog's artworks. Woof.
Hey, I'm Grizzler, dog and best friend. I love walks. I mean, who doesn't, right? You can see this, and this, and this. And now I can take photos of all these things. We made a device with Nikon that reads my heartbeat, then sends it to a case that holds one of their cameras. So every time I see something that excites me and my heartbeat goes up, it snaps a photo. Walks are even better now because I can show people what I like, what I saw today, what I did, where I went, what I smelled, who I made friends with. I can show the world who I am through my photos. And that's the story of how I became a photographer.
Wow, barf. Sorry, did not like that one. Worried about what selfie culture is doing to the soft souls of our youth? Well, a selfie is one thing, and the abominable selfie stick is a whole other thing. So here's a PSA raising awareness of the dangers these narcissism lancers present to their surroundings and themselves.
Selfies are beautiful. Who hasn't been thrilled by the self-photographer? Those fabulous narc artists who allow us to bask in the brightness of their shine. But these egotastic specimens of visual self-obsession are in danger. Danger caused by this. By moving the camera away from the central subject of the selfie, selfie sticks create the illusion that other objects, places, and even people exist. The curiosity generated by this new point of view leads our self-focused friends out into a much wider world, and that leads to disaster.
They used to be focused on just themselves, like how their hair was the bomb, or how adorbs their new shoes were. Just hashtagging, hashtagging, hashtagging. Now they realize they can take pictures that capture so much more. And I hate that.
When can we say enough is enough?
Actually, this video is a Pizza Hut viral ad, but sometimes even commercials hit some truth. Friends, well, James Cameron and we have been warning you about giving those crazy machines artificial intelligence in this terrifying demonstration of the future that went super viral on YouTube. We can see a self-parking car rebel against humanity. Be afraid.
Cuidado, cuidado. Sí, aquí mejor.
No, the tube says no to violence. Or you can get inspired and smash your toaster. It's up to no good. And that's it, show's over. Thank you very much for watching. Please log on to our website, i24news.net, or look up for us on Facebook. And always remember, the only thing standing between you and your goal is the BS story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. I'll be back tomorrow. Achieve it till then. Goodbye.